back with Brett Smith this morning from Corazon Mining. Brett, morning.
Hi Andrew, how you going?
Hey, good, Brett. You've announced this morning some news here on the MacBride project in Canada. Just firstly, recently some news in from Mt Gilmore.
Yep.
The May Queen drilling, that's now complete. Some positive visuals. Just tell us a bit more.
Yeah, Andrew, we completed two holes into a newly defined target for porphyry copper system. It's quite a large target, at least a couple of kilometres in strike. The two holes were quite close together and testing around where we've done some reconnaissance geophysics, and we're pretty encouraged by the results. We hit the right rocks, which was great. Some porphyry. The alteration was absolutely intense and a good thing to see. So we're in a big heat system, and the sulphide assemblages we had chalcocite with chalcopyrite, so all very encouraging. We think we're still, well, we know we're still a bit off the heat center for this system, but seeing all those things together was a good first step. And we need to be very careful with these porphyry systems. It can take a lot of drilling and a lot of capital to test them. So we're going steps at a time. We're working closely with the university and their experts there. And yeah, so good first steps. We're still assessing it, seeing where we need to go, what we need to do. There's a lot of new geophysical methods that may be applicable here, or do we have a next walk-up drill target to test, and that'll further our knowledge. So that's where we are with that one.
And so, Brett, tell us a bit more about these nine priority targets identified at MacBride nearby Lynn Lake here.
Yeah, I think last time we spoke, Andrew, we talked about the VMS as being probably an early add-on to the Lynn Lake nickel sulphide project and high value because of their grade. We've got 6 or 7 of them are smaller ones around the Lynn Lake nickel sulphide historical mining centre. And so this MacBride Wellmet project had potentially larger tons, and so it's a satellite project to Lynn Lake. So we're looking at it. We still haven't acquired it, but I think the indications are pretty good. We've got until mid-December to make the decision. We reprocessed some of geophysical survey, 2008 geophysical survey done by Australian company, Western Areas, and the new processing technology is a bit more advanced than it was back in 2007, 2008, and it identified 9 priority conductive bodies from the aerial geophysical survey. So, and one of those conductors corresponds with the MacBride drill-defined sulphide deposit.
And the other targets, these are near surface, are they?
Yeah, they're not too far from surface. MacBride is the only one that outcrops, and that's the one that was discovered and then drilled. We don't talk about the historical, I guess, metal endowment that's been published on that deposit, but it's an easy thing to Google. So that's drilled over. I guess the main endowment drilling has been drilled over about a 230-meter strike down to 300 plus meters. So the actual conductor is only about 150 meter in strike length and down to 400 meters. So we know that there's some potential to extend that potential resource in that area. But the others, yeah, the other targets are not too far below surface. A lot of them are bigger than the MacBride anomaly. There's a cluster of them to the north there that looks very exciting. These deposits do occur in clusters. And so we've gone from thinking that MacBride might be an add-on project to Lynn Lake to thinking that this is a standalone base and precious metal exploration target that's worth chasing.
So what's your current work program in Canada looking like?
Cautious steps there. We're about to get the POWs submitted for the government to approve, and it's a very logical things that we have to do. The modern VTEM is quite a good system where you could probably draw from the VTEM anomalies, but these older systems, you really need to do ground electromagnetic surveys before you define your drilling. So we need to do that. There's a whole heap of other targets in that area we want to look at while we can before the snow comes. Outcropping copper mineralization. We've identified 9 priority targets, but there's a lot of VTEM conductors identified by that survey. And really access, getting access and how we get around that ground. But initially it's ground EM in preparation for drilling as soon as we can. And yeah, so getting everything lined up to do that ground truthing and defining drill targets.
Yeah, good to speak, Brett. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Andrew.